Yo guys, welcome to my review of the Beast Tamer anime released in 2020 and just finished releasing with its 13th episode probably a couple of weeks ago. Um, and I'm just here with my review after finishing it just now. And yeah, this is my fresh review. Again, so take it with a pinch of salt. Again, I can't tell you more. This is only my review. This is only my opinion. Take it if you think it's a valid opinion. If you don't think it's a valid opinion, don't take my opinions. But again, it's up to you. Anyway, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You know what to do, just like any other channel. But again, I'm only doing this because this is fun. Recording a video and to put on the internet is fun for me, so I'm just doing this just for my own hobby and fun. I might as well help others if I have opinions and stuff like that, for example, right? And so let me get into the reaction. Review. The Beast Tamer. I personally disliked the Beast Tamer, right? It's a while it's got a very basic premise. It's got a very basic premise, right? It's not anime that is hard to understand. It's very much a starter anime. I would recommend it to beginners, but again, I wouldn't recommend it to beginners because it's not that good, right? I would recommend it to beginners to watch because you don't necessarily need to pay all that much attention to get everything, right? It's not that much thing that you have to pay attention to every single detail. You not understand it. You can leave it for a couple of time and come back to it. That's the type of anime it is. It's very casual, very basic in its premise, very basic, right? You can't and it follows the premise of hero get main character gets banished from the hero party. He we then see his life after getting banished from the hero party, and this is his life after, and how that banishment actually benefited him in the long run, rather than actually being a bad thing, right? That's kind of premise, right? We see banished, da 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 da. Right, however, the bad things about the Beast Tamer is that they didn't flesh out the true severity of the banishment, right? Between the main character Rain, right? They didn't truly give any flesh to how getting banished from the hero party and betrayed by his friends, essentially betrayed by his friends, by his people who called his friends and comrades, how that actually affected him. We kind of get implications of he's sad about it, he doesn't want to think about it. We get implications, but they never actually truly address it. They never actually truly tell us of how did getting managed to actually banished from the hero party actually affect him. We kind of just have to assume that okay, cool, he's sad because of these few moments where he's so sad, and when they seem that they are about to flesh it out, they kind of just brush it underneath the rug, and say, "Cool, we're here with you, Wayne." The rest of the character, Kanade and Tanya, go, we're here with you. You don't have to be sad." Again, we need a bit more fleshing out as to say he's basically sad. You can see he's sad, right? It's very much basic brief. We need more fresh, right? For example, other animes have done it well, but this one anime didn't do well. For other animes that did it well is that time I got banished from the hero party. You see how he feels about it. He's very pessimistic about getting banished from the hero party and accepts and tricks himself into accepting why he got banished, even if from the outside we can see that him getting banished from the hero party was for the negative of the hero party rather than him actually truly deserving to get banished, right? And another one that did well, maybe not banished from a hero party, but betrayal. Well, it is that the rising of a shield hero, right? We get a hero, he's betrayed by people who in a new world betrayed by people who are supposed to be his allies, and now we see him as a more closed off. He doesn't trust anyone. He thinks everyone's out to get him. He's only really loyal to his friends and people who's already proven their trust to. Right? We see how it's affected his life. It's changed him. It's changed him in the banished. That's how he got banished from the hero party. However, in this, the Beast Tamer, it doesn't do that in depth. It doesn't do that in detail, and that's why I think That's one thing that takes away all the serious factor. I cannot get serious about the banishment, right? I think, oh, he just got banished, right? If we say he just got banished, that's what it is. We can't really truly kind of feel any sympathy for him, all too much sympathy, because it doesn't seem like it affected him that much. It doesn't seem like he got affected by it at all, really. Really, in the grand scheme of things, it just seems that the small niggling thing at the back of his head that's not really anything, really. Anyway, there's no backbone to that kind of reasons, right? And while we see, obviously, and while I do praise it for its basicness, that you can just follow it, right? Again, I personally feel that one thing takes away all the seriousness about from the takes away all the meat, essentially meat from the show that what you need in these horror shows. But not only that one thing, but again, one thing I dislike is just how it feels like they've not really given an explanation to Vane's powers, right? It's kind of like he's kind of like, I was trained by this guy. Oh yeah, I met this one guy who trained me. But like, do we get maybe the season two they will address how Rain is some magical beast tamer. He's one of the 1,000 beast tamer in 1,000 years that will come about in 1,000 years that will turn into the Demon King. Maybe if there's a season two, right? Maybe, but at least in this season they haven't really truly addressed how he is how he's such a big, good, such a good beast tamer. How he's such a like amazing beast tamer that he's able to tame these ultimate species that are supposed to be like impossible to tame, let alone he's not only taming ultimate species, he's taming multiple things, which has been proven to be impossible for normal beast tamers to do, because earlier on the hero party is trying to recruit another beast tamer to replace Ryan, because they realized obviously Ryan, but he needed Ryan actually, but one of the beast tamers said, "Oh, it's impossible to tame more than one animal at a time. It would fry the nerves." That's what he said at the early on in the anime. So that was set in stone from that moment he said that, right? So for a normal beast tamer, they can't tame more than one beast at a time. But however, Rain is the exception to this rule. Why is Rain the exception to this rule? It never really goes on to explain, right? Maybe it's related to the town that he comes from. Maybe it's related to, his parents. Like, I would assume it's something to do with his parents, since they do get mentioned, and also his town as well, as it does get mentioned a lot when explaining it. Like back in my hometown, right? However, we don't get that kind of real confirmation on whether he's just some special beast tamer that appears once in 1,000 years, or it just so happens that he comes from a town of incredible beast tamers, and he's just might as well be a very unremarkable one out of his hometown that then got burned down, right? They're extinct essentially, except from him. So we will never know if he's just a basic one compared to his family, or he's some advanced one that appears 1,000 years. But that's what I'm so I'm like, again, and so that takes away from the seriousness. And I understand that this is not supposed to be a serious anime, but again, any semblance of seriousness and any semblance of sympathy I have for Wayne just goes out the window every time. And then he just seems like he's just overpowered for whatever reason. I understand that this is obviously not the first anime to have an overpowered hero in their thing, and that has no reasons. SAO being a big example, but if you're going to have an anime, I really would rather you tell me or show me. Even if you show me, I would much rather you show me. And even if you tell me why he is such a overpowered beast tamer, why is he so overpowered? Oh, right. Why can he tame so many things that should be impossible? And lastly, I know this is 10 minutes. And I kind of waffled, but again, if you can get through my waffle, you're a good man, right? However, I will get on to the good things. Right? The good things is that it did give me. It is a quite a comedic thing, right? It's very comedic. It's got very basic jokes, not gonna lie, but Like if you're up for basic jokes, it's the one for you. If you're up for a basic thing, like I said earlier, it's the one for you. If you want something more complex, go watch another show because it's not the one for you. If you want a complex show that's going to give you so much detail and so much lore and so much stuff, no, it's just a basic kind of story. Watch it, done. Story, basic premise, basic story. Watch it. I want to give you all the cliches, all the basic stuff that you kind of expect. You're not really going to be able to get anything that you're not expecting in this show, right? It's very basic. And animation is not the best, right? Animation is very meh. like I can't tell you that it's got demons there, levels of animation, no. It's got basic animation, it's not the best. Anyway, my overall rating is a 4.5 out of 10. I actually, it's just, it's 4.5 out of 10 or 5. Like I can't say it's free because it's so basic. It's not bad. Because it's so basic, it's not bad. But it's not good either. It's not necessarily good either. It's very basic. Like I can understand if you are tricked by it by being good if you are a newer anime fan, right? However, if you're an old anime fan or watched lots of anime, you should realize that this anime is not the best. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you liked what I'm saying, subscribe and do your stuff. Thank you. Peace.